real cases before a real judge.
And now, enter the courtroom of Judge Mathis.
Plaintiff Christina Lafreniere says the defendant is her father, and she loves him dearly, but he always chose women and drugs over her and her siblings. Christina says her father's addiction was so severe that he became paranoid and thought Christina was stealing from him. She's suing him today for a cell phone bill and a vet bill. Defendant Russell Lafreniere admits he was a drug addict and says he first overdosed on drugs when he was 8 years old. By the age of 18, Russell was working at a carnival, addicted to heroin, and sleeping in the bed of a truck. He denies owing Christina for anything.
Tell me what's going on.
Well, Your Honor, I just want to start out by saying that I love my dad, but his past drug abuse has really put a restraint on our relationship. I've always felt like he's chosen his women and his drugs over me and my brothers. My dad
How so? Did you grow up with him?
I went back and forth between my parents till I was about 11, 12, and then that's when I became permanently living with my father. By the time my dad was 13, both of his parents were dead. He was forced to fend for himself. He began working on the carnival, taking care of himself. Later on in his life, he became addicted to heroin, cocaine, and alcohol.
Everything you got.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
His alcohol problems, you know, he got into many bar fights. I mean, that's why he's missing a lot of his teeth today. At one point, his drug addiction became so severe.
You sure that's why?
Yeah. Bar fights.
All right, because most long-term drug addicts also, their teeth come out.
It was a lot of bar fights, so
I always try to give these folks a little education. Y'all see these folks who are looking bad, rough, and their teeth are missing. A lot of that is drug-related. Long-term crack addicts, certainly, and I think it may have something to do with the chemicals. Just so you know. Go ahead.
Well, his drug addiction became so severe that he would be paranoid all the time. He'd accuse me of bringing people in my house through the windows and the roof and things like that. I remember one time I was pregnant. I was living with him. I was pregnant with my second child. He had accused me of stealing laundry soap from him. We got into an altercation over that. He charged at me. I slapped him in the face. I kind of shook him because I don't think he thought I was going to hit him. He did put me out for that. Me and my child were forced to live in our vehicle outside of his home.
Did you all ever have a good relationship?
We have a good relationship sort of now, you know. Okay. It's just, he's clean now, so I mean, I'm very proud to say that he's been clean for over 5 years now. So,
oh, great.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot has changed. Yeah, a lot has changed, but I mean, we still have our ups and downs.
Okay, and this is about a phone bill and a vet bill, but before we get to that, let me allow you to give some background.
I came from a hard life. Like she said, my parents died when I was young.
How'd they die?
My mom died of childbirth and with my youngest brother, and my dad died of a heart attack when I was 13. They were also drug and alcohol abusers. I overdosed the first time when I was 8 years of age.
8 years old? 8 years on what, sir?
Peanut barbital. You know, my parents used
Downers?
to eat downers.
Barbiturates?
Right.
How did you get a hold of barbiturates?
My parents used to take them, and back then there was White Cross, Speed, and they were heavy drug addicts and also alcoholics as well.
All right.
You know, and then like you said, my dad died when I was 13, so I was emancipated by the court system. I didn't have to go to school anymore, so the choice was to join a carnival, and I lived on a carnival until I was 26 years old. I lived in a cab, a semi. And then my heroin addict started when I was 18 until I was like 26. And then I came to Minnesota. And I went to Wilmer State Hospital. I was in an entry program for like 6 months. I went through their methadone program. I got well off of that, but then I started some other addictions: crack cocaine, smoking marijuana, drinking alcohol.
Which one is the worst, crack or heroin?
Heroin.
The withdrawal is physical.
Right.
Crack is primarily mental.
It's mental. It's all mental, right.
If you're on heroin, you feel physically sick, right? All type of stuff. You extreme pain in the stomach area.
Serious dreams.
Oh, really?
A lot of sweating, yeah. You dream a lot of you're still using in your dreams.
Really?
Yeah, and you wake up in big sweats.
Wow.
And You're just about to the point where you're going to get high and then you wake up.
Oh, that's cruel. I mean, I don't want anybody else, I don't know how to describe it or how to say it, but if you're addicted to something and when you go to sleep, you're about to get your addiction fulfilled and then you wake up.
Right.
That's the devil in your
That's
dreams.
the devil,
there.
right. The devil in the drug, right.
Woof. And you overcame it. Where are you working now?
Right now I'm on Social Security. I got a lot of problems with my hands and my knees and my elbows.
From working at the carnival?
From working at the carnival. I did a lot of hard labor all my life. I'm a jack of all trades type of guy.
Sounds like you were a success story, short of the drug use.
Yeah.
With the way you came up. You've been clean 5 years?
A little over 5 years.
Good. All right. Now, the phone bill you're suing him for and the vet bill, tell me about it.
Well, in October of 2010, my father had asked me to go online and to get phones for him in his name. He needed like a $500 security deposit, so he couldn't get the phones in his name. I told him, you know, that I could put the phones in my name, but he would be responsible for the whole entire bill, that basically I wouldn't have nothing to do with it. He would just have to take care of the bills himself. He agreed to it. He got one of the phones for himself and one of the phones for his wife. He has a nice, well, she's not 19 anymore, but he has a wife from the Philippines that he goes out and sees. He brought one of the cell phones out there to her. While they were out there, they found out that the cell phone wouldn't work out there. He didn't left the cell phone out there with her so that she could use it to take pictures and store data on and things like that. He came back to the United States with the other cell phone. He continued to use the other cell phone for about 2 to maybe 3 months, doing lots of international calling on it. Things of that sort. He made one payment November 1st for a total of $150, and then no payments after that. In February of 2011, they canceled the account and sent me a bill for the remaining balance of $966.19. That was including the cancellation fees as well.
Okay, let me see the bills and the cancellation information.
Dream a lot of you're still using in your dreams.
Really?
You're just about to the point where you're going to get high and then you wake up.
Oh, that's cruel. I mean, I don't want anybody else, I don't know how to describe it or how to say it, but if you're addicted to something and when you go to sleep, you're about to get your addiction fulfilled and then you wake up.
Plaintiff Christina Lafreniere is suing her father, who admits he was a drug addict and says he first overdosed on drugs when he was 8 years old.
Sir, why don't you tell me about the phone?
Yeah, the way I see it is I never told her to get me phones. I told her to go online and look to find me phones. Mm-hmm. And
she called you back and said, I found them.
No, this is like the day before I left to the Philippines. Mm-hmm. She brought these phones to me. Dad, I got you these phones.
If you didn't ask her to get them, meaning you didn't want them, why did you continue to use them?
You know, to tell you the truth, when I got back,
tell me the truth.
When I got back to the Philippines, I was pretty broke, and they would work for me to call my wife from here. But I had told her to cancel the phones out.
You can't just call the phone company after signing a contract with them. That's part of their game, is to get you to buy into the 2-year contract so they know they have you. So no, that's not how that works.
You want me out of my own
stupidity. I probably shouldn't have used them, but I was eager to talk to my wife.
And not to mention, he didn't bring the other phone back from the Philippines.
You got an expensive wife. Let's see, the vet bill.
The vet bill. My dad has a dog. He's had the dog for about 10 years now, so it's basically one of his kids. In March of this year, his dog became really sick. She wasn't eating. She was peeing everywhere. She was throwing up. My dad could not take her to the vet himself because he owed an outstanding balance from about 8 years before that for the same dog. So he asked me to take her to the vet. He said that he would cover all costs and everything, that I just needed to be the one to bring her in and put her under my name. They were running multiple tests. They did need to keep her overnight. The bill ended up coming to like $1,400. That day that I came to pick up the dog, they were explaining to me about a plan called a wellness plan. Basically, it was a 12-month plan that you enroll the dog in. You pay a certain fee every month, which was $32.95. And what that would cover is if the dog got sick again or the dog needed shots or anything like that, you'd be able to bring the dog back in and wouldn't be charged for the office visit or for the shots. My dad paid the $1,400 for her to be there. He also paid the membership fee and the first month payment for the Banfield Wellness Plan. The dog came out of the hospital. I myself took it upon myself to bring my dad's dog into my home for a week and force feed her pills so that she could get better because my dad couldn't do it at the time. My dad made a payment the following month of $32 to me. The wellness plan was on my credit card, so they automatically withdrew the $32.95 off my credit card.
You had a balance. The dog is all right now?
No, she's getting sick again now. Oh, here you go.
Sir?
Thank you. I guess this not exactly the way I seen it. I never told her to get her on the wellness plan. I don't remember ever having to pay any part of the wellness plan at the beginning.
Did you ask her to take the dog to the vet?
Yes, I did do that.
When did you first learn of the wellness plan?
Approximately a month later.
And what was the nature of that discussion? Did she say, I'm paying for it and you're going to reimburse? What was that discussion?
No, I come over there and she says, you owe me $32. I said, for what? She says, for Babu. I said, what do you mean for Babu? I paid the bill. She says, no, he's on this wellness plan and you need, I said, well, I never told you to get on this wellness plan. She said, well, I did and I put it on my credit card, so you got to pay it. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll pay it, but I can guarantee you I'm going to be able to pay it every month because I don't have that kind of money.
When you said I'll pay it, what did you mean by that?
Well, I'll pay if I can.
Whenever you want?
No, if I can. If I can afford it, I'll pay it.
You didn't say that.
Yeah, I did say that to her, though.
Well, you left that out when you first told me.
Okay, well, I apologize.
When you asked for your money the next month, what did you say?
When I asked for my money the next month, I called him up a couple days before I was to mail the money order in and told him that the bill was due. He told me he did not have it at the time, and I told him...
How about the next month?
No, I never... After that first month, I quit asking him because he told me...
You cut it off?
No,
I didn't
end it.
Why?
No, because they will not cancel it until it is paid in full.
You have a contract you signed?
Yes, I have a 12-month contract with them.
Why'd you stop asking?
Because the reason why I stopped asking is because when I asked him for the second payment, and the third payment it would have been. I asked him for the third payment. He told me at that time that he could not pay it, and I told him that if he did not pay it at the time that it was supposed to, that they were going to charge me a $35 over fee on my credit card as well. He got to flipping out, talking about, I'm not paying the $35 over fee, and I'm not paying the $32.95 either no more, and hung the phone up. After that point, I just left it alone. I quit dealing with it.
And you're saying she did this for your dog with her money because, why?
Because she loves me?
I do love you, but no.
Well, she got a strange way of showing it, bringing you on national TV suing you.
Yeah.
I'll grant you your judgment, ma'am. He can't give me a reasonable answer. He gave me a little smart answer because you love me. She love you with the vet, but not the cell phone.
All right, she loves my dog.
Oh, okay. No. So she don't love you.
No, she loves me too.
Huh?
She loves me too.
So why didn't she love you with the phone bill? She suing you for that too?
Because that was got.
She don't like your wife?
She don't like my wife.
Oh, okay, I understand. All right. $1,316. I believe you, and you have evidence to indicate that. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Just that I still love you.
I love you too. I'm glad it's over with. We can move on.
Glad we can move on from here.
Yeah. Give me a hug. Oh, Dad.